Hey guys, what's up? What's happening? Can I get everybody to give me a 5 for 5 in there real quick? And we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, we've had some action going on. Let me say this first and foremost, like I have to say every video. And I guess I probably should. And what I'm saying there is this is not grid down. Okay? I'm just going to start saying that at the beginning, just so everybody understands. And hi to everybody in the chat. I will be back to talk to you guys in just a second. Hey, good to see you, Keith. I am going to go ahead and just get into it. I'm going to try to quit saying You know, guys, I get that could bother people. So it bothers me. And I do it to myself. So, yeah, we've had an M-class flare. Multiple ones. Okay, this one gave us an R2 radio blackout, right? So we actually had a R1 storm earlier today. It almost got to, basically the same level as this. Now I want to point something out before we get moving on here. The fact that these two flares did not come from this humongous sunspot we got going on. Okay, let me show you that sunspot so you guys have a reference of what to look at. Obviously, I probably don't have to point it out. It is just humongous. And let me say this. In case people don't know this, back in 1947, we had some really, really big sunspots. Okay, they broke all kinds of records and all that kind of stuff. Let me say this. You guys see this? That's a sunspot, that's a sunspot, that's a sunspot, and so is this. Right? This one here is just now turning into face us. But the thing of it is, this is usually considered one grouping. If they were to go ahead, they've got this separated right now into two different sunspots. This bigger area, and then you got this one. If they are to add this as one sunspot, it would probably break the record as far as size. Okay, so I say that not to be like, oh, look at that, look at that. Quite the opposite. I'm saying this so everybody understands that how big this thing is in size. So, just saying. Now, let me get moving on here with that part of it. Now, if you guys were to look at this, and you would say, hey, the M flare came from here, right? Those two big M flares, they didn't. This is what's strange, okay? It's not. I don't want to call it strange. That's a little too out of the ordinary, or too. I guess that's just not the words to use here, right? So what I'm saying, guys, is the fact that it came from down here, not up here. Down here. It's kind of strange, isn't it? And again, I use that word strange very loosely right there. But I would say that if I was to see a sunspot right now and be like, hey, that one's the one's going to produce the flares, it would be this up here. No, it came from down here. So, yeah. And that isn't the only one. Let me back this up. There was the other one. Okay, so that one is this. Okay? And then this one is that one. Okay? Now, there are no CMEs involved coming our way. All right? So let me just say that straight up and from the get, right? Yeah, there's no CMEs. We've already got the x-rays from it. That's most likely going to be the most, I don't know how you say that. Probably the most effect we're going to get from these M flares from that particular sunspot. So what's happening there is that sunspot there is actually rotating off. So I just want to point that out. That did not come from the bigger area, and we'll take a deeper dive into this thing here in a minute. It's huge, right? It is extremely huge. So let me go ahead and we'll take a couple looks at some different angstroms here, and that way you guys get a couple multiple different views. I'll check on the chat here in a minute, guys. I'm just trying to stay more focused because the last couple times I have just been all over the place, and I don't want to do that this time. Okay? I understand, guys, that it's hard to watch somebody that's all over the place. And I get like that, and I recognize it. So I'm trying to correct that. And I've done that before, but sometimes I get wrapped up in that chat. So I'll look at the chat here in just a few minutes. I have it up. I'm just not reading it. So just so you guys know. If you guys really want me to see something, you can probably tag me on it, and it'll show up orange. But right now, I'm just trying to get through this. So without wasting your guys' time anymore, like I already just did. But look at all these other flares, guys. This is crazy. Guys, I really tend to... I'm trying not to use those words because we are going into solar maximum. We're actually pretty much there. This stuff is going to become more and more normal, but I do think that this is... Well, I know that this is more activity than what we would really expect at this point. Okay? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 M flares in the past 2 days. Back at you, Linda. Yeah, guys, see, if you put orange in there, if you tag me on it, actually tag me on it, I might see it. I'm not going to, like I said, it's up. I'm trying not to focus on it. Sorry. But check this out. Right? This is that other grouping. So, yeah, it's a deal here, guys. I mean, this is a big one. So, and then the thing of it is, this thing is not really doing much. We've also actually had a filament release down here on the bottom, and I'll show that to you too. So we got so much activity going on, and it's basically, I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. M-7, I am waiting for something to happen. We've got this sunspot here that will be in front of us for about the next week, okay? So just understand that. I want you guys to really understand that this is something we're going to have to just keep in our eye on. This is so just crazy, right? I don't think any of us that are new to this would really look at that and say that that's something we've seen before, because it's definitely bigger than what I've ever seen as far as size goes. And there are 3 dark cores with it. 4 actually. This one's getting ready to, rotate through too. But you can see how you got kind of like these little white roads off of it. That's magnetism too. So what we're looking at there, you can kind of see it better here with the yellow. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. And again, this would be probably record breaking, guys, if this thing was to be classified as one sunspot. Now I want to point something out that I noticed that I don't know if anybody else has really talked about yet. You see how you got your blues right here, and the core of it really don't have a whole lot of other colors around it. And what that's showing you is the polarity of the magnetism there. Look at this one back here. This is why I'm saying here in the next week, through this week, we could really start seeing some action, because the core of this one looks like it could be unstable. And if it starts interacting with all this stuff, we could see some stuff, guys. Just saying. Yeah, just saying. Biggest ever recorded. BG, yeah, I don't think it's one sunspot, though. That's the issue here. They've got it, and we'll go take a look at that, and I'll show you how you can kind of see what they're classifying these as. I'll tell you a place that does it really well, and they do it for you. Okay? Hey, Murph Dog. I'm going to stop here and say hi to the chat there real quick. Keith, what's happening? RTV, BG. You're the one that asked the question there, or making a statement. But if you guys this is spaceweather.com. Please go check them out. You see how they got these separated into two? If they were to take that and make this one big sunspot, I can't say for certain, but I would assume that would be the biggest on record. It would be big. And we can, you can go back and look at some of the historic archive data on all that. But at the same time, guys, let's keep it real. It's not really doing nothing right now. But will that hold? My opinion? No, I don't. I think it's going to start doing more and more things. So we just really got to take, really be, I guess the word I would use would be optimistically positive. Okay? And I never go negative. You guys understand that. I'm not doing nothing negative ever again. I will not. So please don't expect that when you get here. I'm going to be real is what I'm going to be. So, okay. Hey, Christine. All right. So I'm going to put that chat back away, guys. I get distracted. You see me do that. All right. R1, R2, 75% chance this week. The next 3 days, and I said this yesterday, they were saying 3 days. So now it's 4. And my guess is the whole time that as long as this sunspot stays intact, we're going to have that issue, right? And again, I use that word issue very loosely. I mean, are we losing power? No, we're not right now. Okay, if this one was to blow a big, huge X-class flare with a CME with it, it's now in front of us enough that we might see some issues. I'm not talking like global grid down type of stuff, unless it does something like that. I can't rule it out, but I'm not saying I don't think that's going to happen, but we can't ever just let that go. I kind of addressed that the other day. We wouldn't be talking about any of this stuff unless we didn't think any of it was possible. We're on a cycle, guys. I mean, it's been however many years now since the last huge event. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway, so we're overdue for what we would see historically of catching a really big one. And you're not going to hear a whole lot of people, except for alternative stations like myself. You're not going to hear it from the mainstream. The mainstream's not going to tell you that, because they don't want to. They think you're enticing fear and stuff. And there are people out there that do. But I want to have a community that's around me that's going to be real about it, and at the same time do our best to report it in a non-fearful way. And I think we're starting to accomplish that, and that's what's happening. I'm not going to come out here and BS you, but I'm also not going to come out here and not be real, right? So that's why I tell you guys, this is on a cycle, right? We're overdue. I mean, that's a simple fact. Nobody could ever question that, because that is most certainly straight in the data that you look at. So, am I saying it's going to happen tomorrow or in the next 30 minutes? No, I'm not saying any of that. You guys know that I don't set dates. And the reason why, because you're only going to be right the one time that you're right. Every other time that you're wrong, you're going to be moving the goalpost, or you're just going to leave the internet. What do we gain from that? Setting a specific day or stuff like that. We don't gain anything from that. Because what we should be doing is, number one, staying prepped up at a level that we would be anyway. So it doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do about it if you stay at that level. Right? We can't stop this stuff from happening. As a matter of fact, and what we do here is we get rid of some fear. We do. Because we're letting people know, hey, this is a normal thing sometimes. Now, there are things out of the ordinary that are happening. That's not normal, right? And that's what we're talking, right? There's a lot of things that's going on. So, and again, guys, I just want to come out here and give you guys the data and show you guys what to look. How to read the data and show you, when big things happen, point it out. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm not here to tell you what things are or anything like that. That's just not me anymore. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm giving you the data, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to be real. and that's what this is, right? Um, so there you go. That's what that is. Okay, our sun is powerful, yeah. And again, guys, I think that there's stuff happening that, it is what it is. It's just to be honest with you, with my family and everything, yeah, my time is limited, and I'm spending a lot of time doing other things, and that's just what it is. So, that's why I don't give daily videos, and I'm not making a promise. I'm going to try to do that, but I'm going to come out here and give you guys updates whenever I can if something big happens. That's really been my focus, and I hope you guys can appreciate that. I'm going to show you everything that I see on the tools. Excuse me, sorry. But anyway, guys, so there you go. So anyway, that is what's going on there with the big sunspots. Now, look at this. This is where the M flare came from. But see how big that is? I mean, it's impressive. Now down here, there's a filament getting ready to release, and it already did. So we're going to take a look at that. Hey, I want to ask you guys a question too before I keep moving on here. I'll forget if I don't ask you now. Would you guys rather me do an edited video that lasts like 5 seconds? Or do you guys want me to do the live stream? Just let me know. I'm sure I'm going to get a mixed thing there. Maybe I'll post a poll or something. But yeah. So anyway, there you see this dark shadow right here? Let me grab the slide bar here, and we'll take a look at this thing, because this filament did release off. So let's kind of look. You see how it's standing up here a little bit? If you look real close, you can see it go all the way across here. See it standing up, and then wham, it's off there. Okay, that's that filament. You see how it's broken right here? So this thing flicked off. Now, is it coming at us? It doesn't look to be. It looks like it's going, number one, it looks like it would be south of us. Now, I can't say for certain yet, because there's just not enough data here yet to look at. But it doesn't look like it's coming at Earth yet. I don't think it is. You can kind of see some of it get recaptured back down as we move forward here on the time lapse. See it spinning right there and back down to the sun? Okay? So, yeah. There's that. Now, again, there's that flare. Now, this thing is rotating off, so we're not going to really worry about this sunspot anymore, unless it makes it back around. So, but to this filament here, again, guys, we got to pay attention to that, because when these filaments bust off here like that, sometimes they'll go in directions that we can't really see. Or maybe we've had a coronal hole or something like that, and we got a stronger solar wind stream coming. Sometimes this stuff will get wrapped up in that stuff and come flying at us, right? And what it'll do, it'll add density, speed, all that stuff. But typically it'll add density if it gets caught up in like a coronal solar wind stream. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. But well, again, I don't know if that's what's going to happen with that one. It could, very well could. But it does look like it's flicking out, and there still is a chance, even with the flicking like that, even if it wasn't going to have the possibility of getting caught up by like solar wind or whatever, it could still come our direction anyway, right? So we just got to pay attention, and I'm showing it to you because if you look at this, when this thing lifts off, it does create one of those little canyons of fire thing that we seen a couple weeks back. See how it does that? It's really hard to see. It's not a big one, but it does create it. So I tell you what, I think that the 241 might show this better as far as that canyon thing I was just talking about. Down here, so let me zoom back in. Again, what we're looking at here, guys, this is different angstroms of gas or light, and they do that so they can see different gases, so it gives us a better view of the sun. But right here is that same spot. So let's watch what happens. You see how that lifted off there, and it kind of created a little bit of a canyon. It's not a huge one, right? See how I kind of opened up the corona right there? Right through there. So yeah. Hey Kenley, what's up? Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not talking to you guys in there too much. Like I said, if you guys really want to hear me, if you really want my attention, please tag me like Kenley did right there. That way I can see it if it's important. If you guys want to ask me a question or whatever, if it's just normal chat and stuff in there, please don't tag me every time, because that would just get ridiculous. But yeah, if you have something you really want me to look at or read or whatever, please tag me there. So, how do you tag? What you do is you put @WagesWorld and then say what you need to say, and that will tag it. So, hey Jerry, good to see you, man. But yeah, Amy, that's how you tag. And whenever you see that, when other people are doing it, I'm not sure. I don't think it shows up orange on your guys' end. It'll just say @WagesWorld. That's what you would see. But whoever you're tagging, it shows up in orange. Yeah, politics and science shouldn't really be crossing over. Now, it does somewhat, depending on what you're talking about, in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. Testing 1, 2, 3. Sup, Matt? Oh, now I'm going to get smacked, ain't I? Oh, man, I opened a can of worms. I'm just kidding. Check out the pictures of the sunspot seen with the naked eye on spaceweather.com. Yeah, actually, I'm going to show that here in a minute, Keith. Thanks for pointing that out. Hey, Christine. Everyone prefers live stream. Okay. I get it. No, I get it. Yeah, I'm laughing too. What's up, Matt? Australian East Coast, what's going on there? To be honest with you, Bruce, you know what, though? Let me show you something, guys. I didn't show this to you yet. Now that you say that, this actually could be what you're talking about. You see this? There's Australian Eastern Coast. This is where that part of the planet was facing the sun when that flare hit. So you could be experiencing radio blackouts over there. Now, I wouldn't think that it would last long. It's not going to last long. It's probably not even happening now. But back at you, Alfred. Back at you. So if you see that, see how quick it even dies out on the absorption? But that did happen right there. If that's what you're speaking about, if you're seeing issues there, hopefully I might help you there. Not sure, but yeah, there you go. I don't know. I should have showed you guys that already. I don't know why I didn't. Again, that's why I don't look at the chat a whole lot unless somebody's tagging me. Hey, Flamin', love you, brother. A quick proton burst, yeah. It could have been. Protons would show up here on the proton flux. It doesn't look like we've had any kind of massive proton burst here. That would be what most people would start considering a radiation storm. Just so everybody knows. All right, now I am putting the chat back away. Sorry, guys. I got to keep going here so people can at least get the info. Yeah. If you guys have issues or whatever, I got some really good mods. You can tag the mods too and ask a question. And that way, maybe they can get my attention or whatever. I'm not sure if that would work better or worse or what, but it might be an avenue you could try if you're trying to get my attention for something you really want to know or have a question of. So let me do this. Here's the 171, guys. So what you're looking at here is the 171 angstrom. Watch down here. You're going to see the atmosphere of the sun. See that how it kind of opens up right there? That's from that flare. And again, it doesn't even look like a huge CME was involved with that anyway. But so what we'll do is we'll go over here to Soho. And this is Lasco C2. You did it right there, Amy. You tagged me at Wages World, but can't seem to get it to highlight on the Transformers. No, it highlighted right there. That's all you did it right there, Amy. It said at Wages World. So yeah, Birth Dog. You did it. You got my attention back to the chat for a second. So yeah, you did it right. So anyway, this is the most recent captures from SOHO. It's a satellite that sits out in front of the Earth about 1 million miles closer to the sun. And you're looking at coronagraph images, okay? That disc has to be there. It's actually a physical thing on the camera, and it blocked the main part of the light of the sun so this thing can even get captures at all. So as I go forward here, matter of fact, I think I'm just going to push start. And there's that first M-class flare. Okay? Now, I don't want anybody freaking out over that initial, watch this, I'll stop it. That. Okay? Not quite sure what happened there with the tool. I really don't have a good answer for you. Not sure why it's picking stuff up like this. I've seen it do this multiple times. It's probably just an anomaly, just to be honest with you. It probably just jacked up. Now, we've seen that happen so many times it ain't funny. So just so you know that's not nothing to be like getting all crazy about. But it did look like it picked something up, and why it did it this way, I don't have an answer for you. So, yeah. But again, it ain't like it's some big CME or something came at us, because that's not what happened. So let me push start there. You see how that kind of went direct to the side, and then you're going to see another one down here. Now I'm going to back up a few days because I want to show you guys what's been going on. Yesterday we didn't have too much issue. Day before, can't say that. Look at that. Right? I mean, come on. That's one day. You got 4 or 5 eruptions right there. That's something that's we're not really all that used to seeing. It's getting more normal now because we're getting into solar maximum. But as you can see here, Oh, hey guys. Scott is making more videos too now. Okay. So he's covering that stuff over there too. So go check him out over at Planet X News. He's what is that? But anyway, yeah, Scott's making videos now too, guys. So go check him out. Let's pause it here. I haven't had a chance to talk to Scott in quite some time. He was really, really busy for a long time, and he kind of didn't have time to really be doing much with his channel, and he's getting more active now on his channel. So I'm hoping he's able to, hope he's good. I haven't talked to him in a minute, actually, on the phone. So yeah. Is that what made moon pink charged particles in the atmosphere? You know what? Loud and clear, I'm not sure. I'm really not. I know a lot of people were covering that pink moon. Trinity red pill, blue pill, hi ho Kermit the Frog here. That's actually her, her channel name is, yeah. She covered that, actually. She had some pretty interesting, she did a video on that. You guys should go check it out. Guys, yeah, and like I said, guys, I've become friends with so many people and so many good people that I wish I could say everybody's channel. And that's why I'm talking about, Trinity right now, because I don't get a chance to mention her enough. And Christina, the same way. I mean, anybody out there, you guys know I love all y'all. I really do. I really do. And yeah, I said y'all. I usually don't say that. I must be watching too much Ryan Hall, y'all. He's the best meteorologist on the freaking internet, guys. You guys haven't been over to his channel, please do. But yeah. I wish I could mention every channel every time, guys. But I just simply can't. It's just too many at this point. And I try to kind of rotate it through and all that. And, so if I'm not giving you enough love, guys, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. It's not intentional. I love every one of you. I really do. So I really hope. Really hope. Recovery Channel. Hey, good to see you. All right, chat. Back away. I'm sorry. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, this is the magnetopause. Sun's off to the left. What you're seeing there, it's our magnetic field protecting us from solar wind. That's why you see a bow shock. Okay? You see a bow shock. You see a whole lot of different things here going on. This is the speed at which it's moving If you guys can look up here at the chart at the top. And why do you see 600 and 600, negative 600? That's reverse polarity, and that, I'm not going to get into why that is. Thanks, Kenley. I appreciate you. Thanks for tagging me, too. I really am. I do appreciate that, guys. I feel like I miss so much in the chat, and I hate doing that because I like building relationships with you guys because I think it's important. I don't think enough channels out there take the time to do that. I really don't. Because I can tell you right now, I'm not here unless I've got relationships with people. You know what I mean? I'm just not. Hey, IG. Yeah, thank you for dropping his link in there, IG. Isaiah's granny, in case you guys didn't know who I was talking about. Lifeboat. Yeah, there you go, baby. Thanks, Christine. Guys, that's my other channel I'm doing with Tommy right here. Please come check it out. It's a great channel. We talk about being in recovery from addiction, alcoholism. We've actually got a guest on tomorrow. Please come check us out over there. It lasts an hour. We do a live stream every night for an hour. Tomorrow, like I said, we have a guest, and him and Tommy talk back and forth and talk about subjects that's important. And we just share our life experience with everybody. You know, I had the pill addiction years ago, and I'm still in recovery. I never will not be in recovery. So, but it's a family. As soon as you walk through the door, Flamin's here. He'll tell you he loves you, and he means it. I'm not even kidding. Hey, Trish. Just know that, guys. Okay? You know, I'm really passionate about it, and again, I do spend a lot of time there. And it's because I'm directly affecting people. And I can see it, and it helps me to help somebody else. So, hope everybody can understand that. I wish everybody would do that. You know, if everybody did that, this world would be so much better. But anyway, big sunspot. There you go. But here's the other view of the M flare. And anybody that's kind of new here, I haven't even looked and see how many people are here right now. Thank you for giving me a chance. Hopefully I can earn your subscription. And I have to say thanks to Marf, Adam, and Dex over on Marfugal News. And anybody from any other channel that has ever recommended me that's here. I really, yeah. I'm on like 51,000 subscribers now. Never thought that would ever happen. And I appreciate every one of you guys. So if I earn your subscription, please do that. Please subscribe. I don't monetize or anything like that, but I'm not against it. It's just something I don't do. I just want to help, So look at that. Ain't that cool? I mean, I'd have a hard time saying that ain't cool. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And again, that X pattern it's showing right there is just the way the camera picks it up, guys. Okay? It's not an X flare. It's just a flare. Now, X flares will show up like that too. But this one's an M flare. So, it is cool, isn't it, Pam? Yeah, for sure. Pretty awesome. I mean, it really is. I don't see how anybody could look at that and think, my gosh, doesn't our world and our universe just do really cool things? Yeah, Ron over to Emergency Management. See? I always forget somebody, guys. Emergency Management Associates, guys, he's doing a great job over there. Ron, doing the earthquake prediction and covering all that stuff. That's a hard thing. I have no idea how to do. Hey, Mark Webb, good to see you, man. Well, thanks, Mark. Appreciate you. I just try to do the best I can, guys. And I know I don't make everybody happy, but I really do try. And I surround myself with positive people. And thanks, Conspiracy. Had a lot of people help me out throughout the way. Adam, Scott over at Planet X News. I've had so many people, guys. Back when I started, it was just a whole lot. No channel ever gets out the gate without help. And I always appreciate those people that do. Because whether or not they agree with what I'm reporting on, they still help me. Doesn't matter, And no matter if I agree with what they're reporting on, doesn't matter. We're just giving our opinions, right? And if everybody in this world could do that, we could all get along better and we would all learn more. Just saying. So, anyway, again, I don't want to get into a rant like that. I'm sorry. That's another reason why I try not to look at the chat, because it gets me going. And you got to ask yourself this too, and this is where I'll end that conversation. Would I even say any of that if I didn't care? Get what I'm saying there, guys? I wouldn't waste my breath on it if I didn't care. Because I get raked over the coals for saying stuff like that all the time. Constantly, actually. But yeah, I don't know. So we're going to keep moving here. Again, that was that big X flare here. So what can we expect? I'm sure you guys are asking that. I'm sorry it took me a minute to get there. Let's go to the scales here. I think I got them pulled up. There they are. Now this is radio blackout scales. We were under a R2, wherever that was at. So that's the conditions you would see. Limited blackouts on high frequency radio. Communication on the sunlit side. Loss of radio contact. Navigation, degradation of low frequency navigation signals for tens of minutes. Now I know that's kind of shocking. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Wow. That's kind of shocking to see that tens of minutes. Not very long, is it? Stuff moves fast. Alright? I mean, honestly. Yeah, the end ain't here yet. Whoever said that, I don't know who's saying that. But yeah. But anyway, guys. Yeah. So, let me go here. That's what you can expect with that. Now, Aurora, Keith wanted me to show this. See this? Guys, that's with the naked eye. Naked eye. I mean, come on. Naked eye. Right? Wow. That's that big sunspot, guys. So, and for anybody that's new, let me go over the chat rules. We can't talk negative about anybody else's channel. Okay, just let you know. And you might not have known that, and that's why I'm giving that one chance. That's it. I got rid of the comment, but no negative talk about any other channel. I do that because whether or not you agree with that or them or whatever, I won't. We just don't do that here, ever. That's one thing here that we won't even do. You can have your opinions on subjects and everything, but if it gets to a personal level of attacking somebody else on another channel, that's not allowed here. Just so you know, okay? I think that's really the only way people really should do it. That's the only way you can kind of keep a free speech thing going at the same time as being respectful to one another. So, yeah. So that's what I would say. And maybe people didn't know. I got a lot of new viewers and everything. I encourage everybody, first and foremost, to watch everybody. You can learn from everybody. And we would be stupid to sit here and think that we're always going to agree with each other. We're not. Doesn't mean we have to be mean. You know what I mean? Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. I hadn't really gave a chat room thing there, rules or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, guys. And listen, guys. I really do appreciate all you guys. I honestly do. But here's Aurora. I'm getting sidetracked because I just don't like negativity, guys. I really don't. It stresses me out. And when I see it, it bothers me. So I'm sorry if I got distracted there a little bit. you know, I man. Anyway, so you got that. Nothing much going on with Aurora. And I'm sorry I kind of brought the mood down there a little bit. I mean, why can't we just disagree with people and just keep moving and not have to be nasty? I just don't understand it. I really don't. I just don't. You know? Yeah, that kind of took the wind out of my sails, guys. I'm just being honest. But anyway, let's go here to, yeah, but we'll concentrate on the cool stuff right now. Anyway, sunspot, right? That's just so cool. You guys can see that with your naked eye. That's nuts. Keith, thanks for bringing that out, man. I mean, look at that. And to understand what the conditions had to happen for that to happen, that is just nuts to me. I mean, the things all had to come together all at the same time. So please go over here to spaceweather.com and give them some love. Solar Cycle 25 is changing the way the sunsets look. It's adding some spots. So, guys, the question was asked the other day too, guys. Somebody asked me, does the sun look brighter, like more white? And I went and did a little research on that, and it most certainly does during solar maximum. I didn't know that. I mean, honestly, I didn't know. It makes sense though, because the sun's more active, right? And again, guys, and thank you, Mark, for saying that. It's such a hard thing because you don't want to take somebody's free speech away, but I will absolutely not let somebody disrespect somebody else's channel. If they've got stuff to say to those people, then they need to go say it to them. They don't need to bring it to my chat room because everybody else is here, just trying to be here and do this. Why do we have to go down that road? We just don't. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. It just really bothered me. Yeah, Brittany, hey, Tommy, what's going on, brother? That's my partner right there, guys. Again, guys, that's Tommy. Hey, Christine, can you flop that, that link back in there? It's the lifeboat, guys. We love each other over here. Nothing but love. And that's what we do. When bad things happen over here, because it does, it's like on any other channel, we handle it with love. Handle it with truth. We handle it with love and respect. And that's what we try to do. And I try to bring that same thing here. And that's how I live my life, period. I get really stressed out when bad things are happening, or negative stuff. People are fighting, saying bad things about one another. Like I said earlier here on the chat. And that's why I don't allow it here in my chat. So just understand that. But this is a recovery channel, guys. You guys know anybody that's in addiction? Please send them over here. If you're in addiction yourself, please come over. Check it out. We're a family. 100%. We don't judge at all. Period. Done. Just saying. A lot of you guys are already here. Now, I want to bring this up too, guys. Look, this is Mark Pires' channel. Renaissance Man. He is changing his format. Okay? Mark is going to a shorter format. He used to do like extremely long live streams, and it was all good material. It's just when it's that long, I think he's starting to understand that people don't want to watch for that long, and he didn't expect them to. It's just something he did. But I think it was affecting his numbers, and he was basically saying the same thing. And it's not really about the numbers for him either. He just wants to reach people, right? It's not about the actual number. But he's changing that up some. So if you guys haven't been over here to Mark Pires, or if you haven't been over here in a while, please come back over here, guys. All positivity, all comedy, right? Comedy, good music. He does it all on the fly. So, yeah. Rip Curl Readiness. I'm going to mention this one channel, and I'm going to be done with the mentioning for now. Guys, this is my brother too. Rip Curl Readiness. and then Adam and Dex over at Marfugal. You know, we've all been working together pretty close tight here lately, and for a long time actually. So just understand that these are all good people. So if you got any preparedness stuff that you want to know about, that's his dog Benny. The poor dog had his little clippy clip on the nutty nuts a while back, and Rip even made a cone for his head. It was cool stuff. But best prepper on the planet right here. Oh, he's got a second channel too dedicated to bang bangs. I'm not going to say the word because the algorithm don't like it. But anyway, guys, so this flare happened. Can we expect more? Absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to say that straight up off the gate because that's what it is. We are not going to get out of this week without seeing more action. Okay, that's the main culprit right there. If you want to know the size of Earth, maybe you might be able to get, I would say, 3, 4, maybe 5 Earths inside of that. Just so you know. The sun does have a direct contact of affecting our weather. Okay? It does. 100% does. We've seen us catch, like this flare that we just had. You see where this thing is? Where it hit? It was either last year or the year before. Those 2 hurricanes in our Gulf of Mexico down here, we had flares hit and CMEs hit right there, right over top of them, and they intensified within like hours. Both of them did. So understand that. Yes, our sun is the biggest controller of our climate. Our weather. I mean, that's just what it is, guys. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, but yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And guys, I'm sorry. I apologize. I probably shouldn't have let that negativity get to me. But it did. And I'm just going to be real with you. You know? So again, guys, please go check out all those channels I just said. Go check out Scott over at Planet X News. He's making videos again. Check out Tommy and me. I'm over here too. We're on screen, guys. We on screen together. Not my face, but my voice is. This guy here is my brother. I can tell you that right now. But owning recovery, how difficult is it? Is it even possible? Those are the kind of subjects we talk about. If you guys, we did do one political video. It's got a big red China flag on the thumbnail. It's about a week or so ago. Please go check it out. Mark Pires doing the new stuff. Same material, just a little bit different of a format. Ripper, right here. And again, like I said, Scott and Adam and Dex over there at Marfugal News. Christina, anybody else I didn't, right, guys? So please, just be respectful. That's all I have ever asked anybody in my chat. That's it. It really is. It's all I've ever asked. And I hope you guys understand. Thank you guys for taking the time to come out and just, check me out here tonight. We will be giving updates whenever updates are needed. And maybe even just give you like a little 5 or 6 minute video. I'm not going to promise that, but I know, Vicky. Man. Hey, Pamela, good to see you. I'm just not going to talk about it no more because it's actually taking the wind out of my sails pretty good here. So I do apologize for that. I shouldn't allow it to affect me like that, but it does. So anyway, guys, God bless. Yahusha saves. And you can drink this Kool-Aid.